Hi guys, this is Nyx and you are getting your Nyx fix. I am going through Starbucks and I'm in the line right now. So on my way, I was thinking about this as I'm leaving my boyfriend's house. Him and I have had a very interesting adventure. It's been very healthy. We've been in each other's lives and out of each other's lives because we were both growing and learning each other independently. And we finally got to a place where, we both were like, as friends, as people who love each other, here's what we need to do. But that's not what I'm talking about today. What I'm talking about today is the fact that there is such a high percentage of divorces. And people just don't know how to work in relationships. And yes, I do have a degree in psychology and everything, but that is not the point. I'm an average person. I'm an everyday person. And I'm not coming at you as someone necessarily with any sort of like infinite wisdom that's going to change your lives, and it might change your lives. I hope it does. But in reality, it's common sense. And so that's simple, right? Common sense, but it's not that simple. So when I'm in this relationship, when we were apart, I realized I could live without him, but I missed him. I wasn't missing a part of me. What I was missing from him, in my experience, was that he gave my life an extra sparkle. I'd already self-discovered, and always self-discover yourself. But I was self-discovering. I was doing really well. I sobered up. I've lost 170 pounds in my life. I've gotten over marriages and divorces, and I myself have been divorced twice. And this is the first relationship that's been real, adult, where we both have independence, where we both encourage each other, where we both don't have to be around each other 24 hours a day, where we both respect each other, we respect our boundaries, and we work on ourselves at the same time. And that's key right there. In my relationships, they were toxic because one of us was working on something we felt we needed the other in order to make it work, in order to survive. And that's just not reality. Well, sadly, that is reality, but that's not the reality of how a relationship works. So here I am, and I have a real relationship. I'm very happy. And I want to say that the reason why it's working and the reason why I feel like such a when I wake up every day and I feel like I'm still myself, but I'm so satisfied with everything around me, is because I did self-love. And that takes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, constant reinforcement for yourself. Not your boyfriend telling you you're pretty, not someone else telling you you're good enough, but yourself. I got to order my Starbucks because that's also part of my self-love that I do on a daily basis. So we're pausing.
Just go ahead whenever you're ready.
Can I get a venti iced Americano?
Yeah, you said a venti iced Americano. What else for you?
Blonde ristretto, because those are just delicious. And can I do 2 scoops of the vanilla bean powder?
Yeah.
With a good dollop of heavy whipping cream?
Yeah.
And that'll be it.
All right, 411. We'll see you at the window.
All right, thank you. Self-love with vanilla bean powder. Let me tell you, Starbucks vanilla bean powder, and they are not a sponsor, but I would love it because I am at Starbucks on a daily, and everyone knows this about me. But their vanilla bean powder, like half the calories of the sugar, you only need a couple scoops. It's not overly sweet, but just enough to kick that coffee a little bit, it's a perfect blend, just kind of like what we're talking about today with the blonde roast. With relationships, it's the vanilla bean powder on itself is, independently beautiful, and it's a great condiment to have, and it's, in itself, it's perfect, and the coffee in itself is perfect. You can have each of them separately, but together they make a great team. And I feel like I've been blessed enough with all the self-love and self-improvement and reflections and everything like that. I feel like I'm blessed enough to be aware of that, which is something my boyfriend and I were talking about last night, being aware which can be in itself a blessing, like we were saying, that you can be going through these motions and not understanding and not aware of why these things are happening to you. So even just being self-aware is a great step. So even if you're not ready necessarily to take those steps, you haven't found that motivation yet, but you're aware that things are unhealthy, or you're aware that things aren't good for you, or you're aware the relationship's not good, or where your life is going at this moment isn't good for you. So anyways, I'm going to kind of wrap it up because I don't have editing tools, because I'm super old school when it comes to this. But I'm just going to say that we ourselves, I saw something yesterday that was like, we're molecules of gas floating around in a ball of fire in space or something like that, but it was just one of these, science memes that I ended up posting on my Facebook. And I realized that we by ourselves doing absolutely nothing are absolutely so special and so unique. And all of these emotions we feel, depression and anger and all that, are totally part of being human. Everybody gets them. Even the happiest people in the world have moments where they're in their rooms and they sleep for hours and hours on end because they just can't get out of their funk. It's totally normal. But we need to stop focusing on the blanketing effects, which I like to say that we'll take unhealthy things that we're doing and we live in that blanket because it becomes comfortable to us. So you got to rip that blanket off. You got to expose yourself. You got to get cold. You got to, not cold like in your heart, but you got to feel the discomfort of taking that blanket off, and you're exposed. And that feeling is so scary, but it's, only fear. And there's been many motivational speakers that have talked about this, that fear is what creates growth. The things that are uncomfortable to us that we know we should be doing, like getting up and working out every day, although not very comfortable, not necessarily something we'd like to do. We'd rather get a donut and hang out in bed and watch movies than get up, go to work, take care of our kids, and go to, gym, and then go back to work, and then come home and cook a meal, and then maybe work out a little bit more. We just want to chill, because we feel like we're so stressed on a daily. So I'm about to pay, but I just want to wrap it up with, I'm feeling super blessed because I feel like I have some tools that can help. And I just hope that you heard what I said. You can take away what you want, but just remembering that no matter what point you are in, self-love, independence, reflection, and being okay on your own is step one before you can even be ready for a relationship. So, yeah, you guys have a great day, and I'm going to have an amazing day. I'm off at noon today, super pumped. So I will keep making videos and keep posting and hope that it helps people. Well, okay, bye.